This is Tom Fox. I'd like to welcome you to the newest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network, the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where you bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
In compliance, the value of anonymous reporting is undeniable. But with Ethico, anonymity doesn't mean a loss of connection. Our blinded, two-way communication fosters an environment of trust and confidentiality, encouraging open and honest dialogue. It's not just about receiving reports. It's about understanding the story behind each one, creating a culture of integrity and respect. Transform your approach to anonymous reporting with Ethico. Begin your journey at ethico.com/CPN, where you can book a demo, access an exclusive white paper by Tom Fox titled The ROI of Compliance, and utilize our free ROI calculator.
After a couple of episodes where we looked at toxic culture and the attributes of a toxic culture, today I wanted to turn to the flip side, which is to improve in culture. How you improve in culture? Well, the clearest and easiest way is to engage more. The number one factor in employee engagement, in culture, is engagement. Employees who trust their leader were 14 times more likely to be engaged. And trust, of course, is a critical element. Teamwork is also a key factor. If you have good teamwork, you have greater employee engagement. The unknown is a critical element. And what is the unknown? It's management not communicating with their employees on not simply expectations, but where the company is going. Think about all of the times you saw or you've heard about mergers and acquisitions where all work basically stopped in either company, the acquirer or the acquiree. The unknown is more terrifying than change. And if you don't know where you're headed, it's going to be critical or important for leaders to communicate this. The CCOs and compliance professionals must work to lessen or even dissolve the disconnect between senior leadership and frontline workers. It's your frontline workers, of course, who are the most important folks in implementing and operationalizing your compliance program. So getting your senior management more engaged will begin to create an established trust that your employees will need to show resilience in the face of the next major change. Leaders need to see their employees not as labor, but as employees and humans, and that can be messy, that can be complex, it can be very many things. But when you begin to look at your employees as not simply labor, as partners to help you engage in moving forward, then you can begin to earn their trust and get more engagement from them back towards you, which will improve your overall compliance program and improve the operationalization of your organization. As you know, this month's sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, including this podcast, is Ethico. Have you ever wondered about the ROI of your compliance program or had concerns with presenting budget proposals to your CFO? Well, I partnered with Ethico to write a white paper on the ROI of compliance and how you can think through compliance as an investment strategy. Ethico has put together a ROI calculator for you. Check them out on the website. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The compliance tip of the day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.